defense had trouble getting off the field. What do you think gave them so much trouble today?
Well, we ran into a very physical football team that was, played downhill aggressively all day. You know, we missed more than our share of tackles. I think we got caught catching a few times, and like I say, not playing downhill. We got hit on a couple big passes on they made some nice plays. They got on a roll, and we didn't answer it real well.
Coach, missed opportunities and the missed field goal, a couple of turnovers in the first half. How much did that hurt?
It really kind of takes the wind out of your sails, as you can expect. I think we've received the opening kickoff about 5 straight weeks, and we've been able to go down and get points on the board and feel good about it and have a decent drive. And we stalled, and we have a makeable field goal that we don't connect on, and that's disappointing. And then of course, we're answering some things right before the half. We had the other interception, and then we fumbled right before the half as well. Any time we felt like we were getting back into momentum and it was coming our way, we did something to self-destruct. But credit them, they thoroughly outplayed us today.
You've talked about the resilience of this team. Did you see that on the sideline today, or was it?
I think I thought we still competed hard. I think we look like a tired football team. I think things that we talked about earlier about trying to answer it again. I mean, 4 straight games against ranked teams, I think finally took its toll a little bit. And that's on me to make sure we're trying to get ready. We tried to adapt some things to do that, but to run into a team, I mean, again, they haven't won 6 games because they're not in a row, because they're not a good football team. So to not give them their due, but they're a physical team. We knew they'd be a physical running team. They did a lot of things in space that we weren't able to get off a lot of blocks. A lot of things that you got to credit them that we didn't have great answers and made plays on.
Did you feel like even down 21-10 going at halftime that you were in pretty good position there?
Yeah, you feel like, shoot, if you don't fumble going in, you might even have a 4-point game at half, and you're hoping that you can get a stop right out of the gate. So much is talked about the middle 8 minutes of a football game, and I thought we had a chance, and we got away from at halftime. We don't score, but then they missed the field goal, so we have a chance to kind of neutralize it and make it a game, and obviously things got away from us.
Why do you think those pre-halftime situations were such a problem throughout this season?
Again, I think sometimes we get a little tentative. Like I said, I think we played on our heels a lot more today than we had in the last few weeks. And why, I don't know. It was kind of like we're waiting for things. If you watch anything that was perimeter-wise for us offensively, they had a lot of people swarming and stringing things out. We seem to be waiting a little bit more than we normally should, and not triggering and trying to go make some plays. And I think, again, that can be for multiple reasons. I think, we had one early in the game. OJ kind of came up and tried to make a play. He has a chance to make it and misses it. So I think guys get a little tentative and try to stutter their feet and make plays in other ways.
Coach, obviously, you talked about coming in here after 3 straight wins and giving yourselves a chance to get bowl eligible. How disappointing is it not to get that done?
Oh, it's extremely disappointing. This group has overcome so much, and it's this kind of ends up being a roller coaster year in so many ways that we didn't fulfill expectations. That's disappointing. We battled back. As I've said, the locker room stayed together. As we said, to play a team like this who's playing really well and physical at this time of the year was a big challenge on the road, and one that we didn't answer very well.
Is there anything in particular that kind of stands out about the season that you maybe you're most disappointed in, or just?
Well, again, I think at times it's some of the times that we could make some plays when we needed to at its most. As we've said multiple times during the times we were struggling, is we needed to play our best when our best was needed, and we didn't do that in those games. And as we could see in some of the games that we won, some things went our way. You could pick 3 plays of about 4 different games. If something's a little bit different, someone executes differently, we'd be different December.
At the same time, I mean, how proud are you of the team just to put themselves in this position?
I'm very
Show that
proud of this
resilience.
team. I'm very proud of our staff, I'm proud of our seniors for everything they've done for this program. Again, though we came up short, we're still talking about a program that for over 12, 13 years never won more than 3 games in a season. And for us to continue to do things that is better than what we inherited is definitely something that I'm not gonna shy away of making sure that we kind of build upon. Now, could we have done better? Absolutely, and that's a responsibility of myself, and I have to look at a lot of things as we move forward, and we'll continue to work to get better.
What are the key things you'll be looking at as you review the film from this season?
Everything, the ability of us to, make plays where we need to. We always, when you do self-scouting at the end of the year, you look at all your explosive plays, you look at runs that you've given up in major runs or passes, and what were the breakdowns, what were the calls, what were the situations. Same thing when you look at your third down conversions, you look for patterns of things that you need to look at and look to improve. And what are the selections? What do you want to add to your, maybe your scheme on either side of the ball? What you want to eliminate? What do you think you can do well? Where do you have to look hard at your personnel and everything? And again, winning 5 games or winning 2 games or winning 9 games, you do this after every season.
And how will you evaluate if there are any personnel or schematic changes or anything that you need to make going forward?
Again, like I said, we'll look at those, and we'll again continue to look at our personnel and what we're doing, and sometimes you look at teams that might be similar than you look at teams and you study them, and you look at any way that you can improve some things that might make it better in anything, whether it be defensive schematics of coverages, blitzes, just base defensive of certain things on how to play certain formations. Offensively, there's a wide range of things you can do in today's football. You just have to find a way to make sure that you find the things that you can execute the best.
Anything else, Coach? All right, thanks so much.